So Prentis, having pulled up one of my personal favourite episodes of Thunderbirds last week, and I know it's a favourite of quite a lot of other people, surely there's nothing better you can produce from the randomizer today, but I hear you'd like to have another go.
Yeah.
So, if you're feeling confident...
Right, here we go.
That's it, thank you. So we didn't get 1999 last week.
Yes.
And we haven't got 1999
we
again
have
this
the
week.
Protectors.
Never mind. The Protectors is just as good as that was a show you were in. Unfortunately, this is not an episode you were in. This is an episode with, I think, Anton Rogers in it. This is King Kong. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, lot 29. A unique example in
So, we welcome back to the randomizer. It's the Protectors. And we open with one of my favourite sort of, oh, it's that guy actors. This is Peter Sellier playing the auctioneer,
£10,000.
who later turned up again in
20,
another episode in Series 2,
30,
The Last Frontier. But we are in this auction room.
40,
The Contessa is here,
45,
bidding on this well, probably very valuable antique, but I don't know what it is.
52,
So she's watching.
54,
Also in the congregation here, and I don't think congregation is the right word for an auction house, but I'm going with it anyway. Anton Rogers. Oh, the Contessa has put a bid in.
I have a bid of 60,000.
Yes. She wants whatever this is badly.
61, 65, at 65, 66, 70.
So is Anton Rogers bidding on this, or is he the owner?
£75,000. So, the Contessa decontinued.
So, the Contessa has another thing to add to her collection of things, I suppose. Yeah. This will get better. I remember this as being a good episode. Yes, this is one of the, I suppose, 3 comedy episodes of The Protectors. And on a scale between the really good comedy of Sugar and Spice and the absolutely abysmal, why would you even bother, this makes me just despair comedy of It Could Be Practically Anywhere on the Island, we have this. And I would say it's nearer towards Sugar and Spice, thankfully. I don't think anything comes close to It Could Be Practically Anywhere on the Island. And it's written by Tony Barwick, so we know that's a genuinely a good indication of quality. So, the Contessa has the thingy. She's shown Harry the thing that she bought. And now she's off to Prague to give it back, I believe, to a friend of hers. If I remember the story right. I do remember this one. I have fond memories of this one.
How are the customers?
Customers? Oh, customs. Oh, smooth as silk. I imagine the wheels had been oiled a little, yes?
And also, oddly enough, mentioning the graveyard of comedy that is It Should Be Practically Anywhere on the Island. I think this actor is in that episode as well. He was playing the concierge at the hotel. I can't remember the actor's name. He was, around this time, he was also a semi-regular in The Zoo Gang, another ITC show. It was quite clever what they did with him in that series. I can't remember the actor's name though. Yes. But is Nairi Dawn Porter actually there? Or have the second unit just filmed some vehicles driving by?
Thank you. You Czech protectors have been very helpful.
Caroline,
Oh, right. So yes, he was a Czech protector. Because in the first series there were occasionally, you would see protectors from other countries. Most notably, Sherwood Price was an American protector in a couple of episodes. Again, Sherwood Price from the nightmare that is It Could Be Practically Anywhere on the Island. I'm not going to mention that anymore, because we've got King Kong. So the Contessa has got this antique from an auction. I believe it belongs to this lady that she's come to visit.
yes, I meet you there in an hour.
But why is the Contessa just giving it to this lady? We will find out.
You've never considered marrying again?
Well, I have, but not too seriously.
Bit of backstory there for the contestant.
And its problems.
So, she's given her the antique. Okay. And she's happy?
Was that the man?
Oh, Anton Rogers. Yes.
Yes.
And Anton Rogers, again, talking of, it's that guy actors. They don't come any finer in British television than Anton Rogers. And this is his only Anderson appearance, I believe. Unless I'm forgetting something quite obvious. This is sweet, though. His clumsy English. He's obviously rehearsed.
You're wonderful too, Emil.
It's quite strange, though, for such a tough international organisation as the Protectors. Lots of shooting and so on. They've got this cuddly guy. It would be like hiring me for the Protectors. I'm not saying I'm cuddly. I'm just saying, physically, I'm probably not any more suited to this line of work than that guy is.
Right. They met in Paris.
A month later, Irina was left broken-hearted, and he went back to England.
Well, broken hearts mend. She's married now.
So, Anton Rogers
Was easily replaced.
She gave the icon to Sutherland?
Yeah.
has swindled the Contessa's friend out of a valuable icon. He was sort of leading her on and then split from her. He got the icon and then auctioned it.
Which leaves us for this gorgeous episode.
And so the Contessa purchased it for her friend to give it back to her.
I should get involved.
Is £75,000 a good enough reason?
I see a reason. Any ideas?
Yes.
And that was a very nice thing to do for her friend. And it's a nice setup for a fairly light-hearted episode. The Contessa is going to swindle the man who swindled her friend. It's a very simple idea. And also along in this episode with Anton Rogers, we have Ronald Lacey as Cribbs, an actor in all sorts of things. Most notably, and we mentioned it fairly recently on the podcast, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He's the guy with the hand.
Was there anything in particular you wished to see?
Yes, the rose, I think.
Of course.
Ah, Contessa.
Yeah.
You don't know me. My name is Sutherland. If you remember, you bought one of my paintings.
Oh.
I like as well the dismissive attitude of the Contessa as soon as she lays eyes on him. It's a nice contrast to how warm and friendly we saw her with Harry and Paul in the previous scene.
Venetian.
I believe so.
Very nice, I'll take it.
And Anton Rogers is one of those actors who, at this time, was sort of transitioning from fairly straight dramatic roles to largely comedic. And you get a lot of shows around this time, particularly with the ITC stuff. He's kind of in this sort of in-between place. For every, like he was a number 2 in an episode of The Prisoner, fairly serious, but then he was in Randall and Hopkirk and played it for fairly broad comedy. This is somewhere in between, but he's always very likeable.
Contessa di Contini. Beautiful, intelligent, rich. Very rich indeed.
You've checked, have you?
What do you think? Here she is.
So, the Contessa has convinced Anton Rogers, and Mr. Sutherland, that's the character's name, to take an interest in her. Yeah, Ronald Lacey's character is pushed, fairly comedically, which may be to the episode's
You got any news for me, or views, scandal, comments?
Aye.
But yeah, this is nice as well. The Protectors just get together to have a morning gossip over breakfast at Harry's place. Since this is the first season, Harry doesn't cook his own food. We've got Suki here to do that still.
I've established a routine which makes it easier.
It's omelette or scrambled eggs or something for everybody today.
I go to the races. Why don't you join me?
And I've said it before as well, the incidental music in the show is so nice. Very, very listenable material. So Anton Rogers has put on his best suit to follow the Contessa. But she's aware of this. She's not a fool. Although she decides to play the fool in this scene and thereby lure him in that bit quicker. Oh, right, yes, because he's got silly old cribs parked up ahead to force her off the road. But because the car doesn't work all that well, he almost causes a nastier crash than... Oh, well, there is an actual crash there. Which the Contessa is able to take advantage of now as Sutherland drives up. He's able to come riding to the rescue, as it were. And again, the Contessa gets to play along with it.
Contessa!
Oh, Mr. Sutherland, I feel like I think I'm going to faint.
Oh, it's all right, it's all right. You're in good hands now.
And what I like about this episode is, yeah, it is fairly comedic in tone. There's a bit of, comedy music there. Most of the actors aren't playing it especially broad. I think Anton Rogers is achieving a very fine balance between, being a comedy villain and being... He's not even really a villain, it's just an antagonist, kind of. Someone who's done some bad things but isn't like, wahahaha, I am so evil. This is great fun as well. Because, the Contessa has been soloing on this project so far, but now Harry's going to get involved as this fairly brash millionaire guy. I can't remember what she calls him, but they've gone to the races. They're going to have a good day with a lot of money, and that's what they want Sutherland to see. All the money, all the easy marks that he can get to by knowing the Contessa.
All right. Now. On the nose, Chino.
And for all you hear about horror stories in the making of this show, and so didn't like such and whoever, it seems like this, they seem genuinely sort of light-hearted and like there must have been a nice atmosphere at least some of the time. And Prentis said in his interview just now that he didn't remember it being an especially unhappy show, but then I suppose he was, he was essentially getting a holiday in Austria, so yeah, he only had a few scenes with Robert Vaughan, I think. And I remember the first time I saw this episode, and I also have a feeling it was released on VHS in the same way. These scenes with Paul out in the car, for some reason, were flopped, so that everything was the other way around. I don't know why that would have been. Possibly there was some kind of, I don't know, maybe there was a car license plate visible in the background that nobody wanted to be seen. As well, I love the slightly tilted angles as Sutherland watches all of this money flying around. Harry's placing bet after bet, being supplied with money from a suitcase from Paul in the car park, and Harry crucially is not letting Sutherland in on what he's betting on. And speaking of the soundtrack as well, I love this music. And it's only in this scene, but the full track goes on for like 3.5 minutes. Oh yes, we'll get some food in there. As it gets increasingly crazy.
You seem to have hit a winning streak today.
Yeah, it happens.
Do you have some kind of system?
I'll tell you, my old grandpappy said to me once, and he lost $250,000 at one poker game. He said to me, "Ain't no system at all, Van."
How true.
Yes.
And it's also great that we're not, we're doing a comedy episode, but it's not, well, it's not painful. I find all this genuinely enjoyable. I think it might possibly be affection for the most part for these actors. But yeah, it's not insufferable like certain episodes I might name.
Whole wad. That's it?
Okay, so Chino's off to make another bet. It's also nice as well that you have something substantial for Anthony Chin to do here, even if it is just running up and down some stairs, waving handfuls of money all over the place.
Well, you can't win them all.
Too bad.
Oh dear.
No idea you were such a good actor.
I'm a lawyer, aren't I? Sutherland, let me buy you a big drink. Just happen to have a farthing left in my sock.
I don't understand that joke. Someone will have to explain that to me. So, back at Harry's place. He's very interested in this scheme now.
For expenses and entertainment for Sutherland for 2 weeks.
But he's keeping a full list of how much this has cost him.
How do I look?
Terrific.
Good. Tonight's a big night.
Listen, are you sure he's ready for that?
We're going to the White Cockatoo.
I believe this costume was used in several other episodes as well.
Sure we're not overdoing this? I mean, Sutherland is no fool.
He lives for two things, money and money.
Well, he also has the two main weaknesses of con man. Greed and the sublime belief that he can never be taken in himself.
Right. I'll see you later.
Yes, I think what makes it work is that you have the scenes like this where they're hatching the plan, but you also, and these are fairly comedic to a certain extent, but you also have the in-between scenes where they're talking about the plan, and there we've got the usual protectors kind of stuff. The fact that this sort of revenge campaign that they've embarked on is very low stakes, ultimately. It doesn't really matter.
It's Van.
Van, that's the name of the character that Harry is playing, who is now hit on rather hard times by the look of it.
Thank you.
An aperitif, sir?
No, I want to...
Yes, he looks very bedraggled compared to how he was at the races.
Is something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong. Just finished, that's all. I'm washed up. I'm kaput. I'm dead.
Oh, now look, Van, I have known you for a very long time. You must tell me, what is the trouble?
Trouble. Well, I
also like with this that you've got the Contessa, to a certain extent the Contessa, and also Harry, trying to be actors, if that doesn't sound mean to Robert Vaughan and Nairi Dawn Porter, which I would never intentionally be. I like that they're kind of overplaying their roles here. And we know what they're up to, but it's great to watch Anton Rogers in the background trying to put the pieces together. He's got a fine line in confused expressions in this episode. So Mr. Sutherland is now being roped into donating money to Van, poor old Van.
Because if you did, I got a great piece of security here.
Security.
What have we got? Oh, it's a ring, isn't it? Is it a ring or a diamond?
How's that?
Oh,
That's good.
it's very nice, whatever it is. It's got his attention. Yeah, it's a shame that Anton Rogers wasn't... I don't know what other Anderson show he would have fit into, but he's just always a very likeable actor in everything I've seen him in. And as I said, a lot of his work post this was really more in comedy. In fact, it's surprising that he didn't do more for ITC. He did The Prisoner, he did Danger Man, Randall and Hopkirk. There's also a non-ITC series that would have been a year or so after this, or possibly 75, named Zodiac, where he plays a police officer whose career hasn't really gone anywhere, who teams up with Anuska Hempel as a a psychic or no, an astrologer, and he sort of uses her. She predicts, oh, this sign means that so and so is gonna be murdered or whatever, and he's like, oh, that's not going to happen. And then they die, and she's like, oh, how does she do that? I mean, it was only a 6-episode show, but it was fairly enjoyable. So he was a good leading man.
It's possible to transfer money at short notice.
Anywho, Cribbs has authenticated the ring. I also love the way that they've just quite happily left Mr. Sutherland alone in Harry's apartment, knowing that he's a con man who's out for whatever he can get, and they're so sure of themselves that he's going to follow them and stick with the ring, rather than ransack the place and just leg it. Because, you know, he could start rifling through drawers and find Harry Rule's passport and think, hang on, I'm being conned here. Anywho, Harry, with a suitcase full of money donated by Mr. Sutherland, is heading into a warehouse to pay off his debtors and thereby get himself out of trouble. Ronald Lacey has followed, keeping an eye on things, but unfortunately, it's not gone well for Van. Yes, Harry comes out of there mugging for all he's worth, as the other protector guy and Paul make like they've just shot Harry and they've taken the money for themselves. I think that's also probably the only time you'll hear what music in an Anderson show over a dead body.
I don't know, a couple of foreigners.
Ah.
You know, Countess, I think I'm in over my head.
What about the money?
No, they took it.
You still have the diamond, haven't you?
I like as well the desperation here, where Sutherland has got to this point where he's like, yeah, as he said, I'm in over my head. This is totally outside of his field. You know, he'll swindle people, he'll cheat people, but gunplay and murder, that's totally out of line. Quite unique for a protector's adversary. So, with Van dead, the Contessa has talked him into selling the diamond to get back some of his money. And who's this appraising the ring?
Would like to sell this diamond ring.
It's Paul. Yes, this is where the hustle, as it were, is finally revealed. And yeah, I suppose it is actually quite prescient, this episode, in the sense that Robert Vaughan would years later be shooting a series fairly similar to this episode in the same city.
It's a very fair price, sir. If it were real.
Now let's bring on everybody who was involved in the con. There's Harry. There's the other protected guy. There's Chino.
Oh, this is nice. What I saw is that.
Carol.
And there's Suki, who wasn't really involved in this scheme apart from making breakfast. I guess that was enough to pull her in, but
Go right ahead.
I'll deny everything.
The Contessa is a lady. And a personal friend of the Commissioner. Who do you think they're going to believe?
So, that's it. They've conned him out of a lot of money.
85,000 exactly.
What are they going to do with it, though?
4,278 pounds.
Donate it to charity? Or is it just going to go to the Protector's Expense Fund?
Tu es vraiment ravissante.
Merci, Paul. Tu es magnifique aussi.
Yeah, lock up the bread, Suki.
What do you think, Harry?
So yeah, they're just going to keep it. Unless I waffled over an earlier explanation of what they would do with the money, it is quite telling, but it's also consistent with this show that, yeah, any money that comes into their hands, by and large, they keep it for themselves.
Oh, thank you. Hey, this is the real one, isn't it?
Ah, yes. There was a question of a fake
Sorry,
and a
Harry.
real one.
It is, isn't it, Harry?
But we don't find out what happens to Sutherland afterwards. I guess he just moves on to the next victim, But that's not the Protector's concern. They've helped the Contessa's friend out and also helped themselves out. And that was King Kong, which, yeah, I've always really enjoyed. Michael DaCosta. There we go, that's the other Protector's chappie who was hanging around. It's a fairly simple idea, but it shows again that the strength of this series is in the fact that the format is so loose you can tell any story basically. Nice and light-hearted, something a bit different, and yeah, on the whole, I've always really enjoyed that one. Good stuff.